How's it going, everyone? Midway Piper here. I hope all is going well. Couple things to talk about today. But first, got to talk a little bit about housekeeping. Dr. Graybo Duke. Talked about this one before in previous videos, and I have it out today because the person I got it from, it's his birthday today. So if you watch this one, happy birthday. I know I already reached out, but in it I have something that I bought, I tried, I did not like it, and I put it away with the other blends I have not been a fan of. But Paladin did a video on it yesterday. So if you don't know what it is, it's Cornell and Deal's Shandygaff. It is burly, oriental, with a touch of Perique. Now you guys, I think, know at this point that I do enjoy me some orientals. I didn't remember exactly what it was about this blend I did not like. So I watched Paladin's video yesterday on it, and I figured I'd break it out today and give it another shot. So this is from October of 2024. I guess it's okay. It's definitely drying my mouth out quite a bit, and I think that was my biggest issue with it before as well. That hasn't remedied itself yet. Paladin was saying he thinks it'll taste better aged. So, just over half a year, not quite enough yet. If it's going to be to my liking, ever. It's nothing super offensive about it, other than the fact that it's just really drying my mouth out. But hey, it's not horrible. Next thing, I just got off of a 17-hour shift, and I followed it up with a trip to see my financial planner. Now, I know I just did a video the other day on brokerages, which was wildly unpopular, I guess, according to the YouTube analytics. Oh well, maybe someone will find some use out of it. Anyways, point being, I found another reason that I'm not a fan of Edward Jones. And how the M1 platform has spoiled me. So with M1 Finance, I talked about this in the previous video, you can just put any dollar amount in and it'll distribute it according to your portfolio percentages to the degree of partial shares. Edward Jones doesn't do partial shares. So right now what I generally do is, or at least this is what I was doing with M1 Finance, was $125 a week. Dollar cost averaging. Edward Jones doesn't like that. You have to buy whole shares. And a lot of the companies I have, the shares are over $125. So, essentially what I have to do is throw the $125 into a money market account through Edward Jones. It's like a high yield interest savings. And then when I accumulate enough money, then I need to go see my financial planner and tell him how to spend that money. Just kind of frustrating. So it is what it is, I guess. So long as I stick with Edward Jones, and I know I could just, stop complaining and switch out of Edward Jones, but I don't think this financial planner is going to be doing this for too much longer. So for the time being, I will leave it as it is. It is absolutely disgusting out here. It is 95 degrees and it feels like 107. We were just in the high of the 70s last week. Escalated very quickly, very humid. It's not a dry heat. So that's my newest gripe with Edward Jones. If anyone is thinking about a different brokerage or finding a brokerage firm, I would highly suggest not using Edward Jones. If you need some more reasons, watch my last video, I think it was. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about. Bombings in Iran. Is this part of Trump's peace through force? I don't know. One thing I do know is I don't like his what do you want to call it? His I guess disrespect towards Tulsi Gabbard. Not a huge fan of that. She was put in place for a reason. But hey, big man is going to do what big man is going to do, right? So it'll be interesting to see the repercussions of what's going to happen. The stock market right now is so damn confused. First, the market's like, oh man, we're going to war. Then all of a sudden, the market opens today and everything's, oil prices down. The rest of the market's up. Why? Oh, because the strike wasn't as major as expected. Nobody was expecting a strike. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know. I've got very mixed feelings on it. Seen a lot of articles today talking about Iran on the verge of regime change. People are excited about that. Been there, done that. Pick a Middle Eastern country. Iraq, Afghanistan. Been there, done that. How'd that turn out for us? Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion that come July, when the tariff decision is supposed to be made, due to the political climate at the moment, we're going to postpone tariffs once again. And then nobody knows what the heck to do. I would find it interesting to see what the insiders on this information are doing in the stock market with their trades before these decisions happen. Trump tweets something and the stock market reacts. Not really justified, just reacts. It's borderline stock manipulation through tweet. I'm sorry, through, I don't know, what the hell do you call it? On X or even Truth Social. Cracks me up. The name change for Twitter is like one of the most wildly unsuccessful company name changes ever. Nobody can say X without including formerly Twitter. Everyone still says they tweeted this. Well, you don't tweet on X. It's just kind of funny to me. If we're going to go through all the trouble. But anyways, these are some strange times we're living in, that's for sure. That is for sure. Be interesting to see what comes of these attacks in Iran. I don't suspect they will go unanswered. Shortly beforehand, there were big announcements about massive password leaks for Google and Apple and Microsoft, I think, and all the big tech names. Massive data leaks. Yay. Change your passwords. If you haven't seen the articles yet, go change them. So, yeah. Good times. I don't know. In some ways, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Anyways, I did, last thing I did while I was with my financial planner, I bought some shares of a company called Vici Properties. It is a REIT, a property REIT. They own a lot of the Vegas Strip, a lot of the buildings that the famous casinos are in and such. So I figure that's pretty fail safe. A good dividend yield on that. So we'll see what comes of that. It's at a acceptable price at the moment. The one good thing about them is during the COVID shutdowns, they still collected 100% of their rent from the casinos. So they were still able to pay even though nobody was going to Vegas. They were still able to pay their rents, which is a plus for Vici properties. So that's good. And I don't know. I just see a good likelihood of some sort of recession is going to be, I think, is going to be happening. On the flip side, if the Fed lowers interest rates, that'll be good for business. So that stock should do pretty good there in that regard. And if they decide to keep rates steady longer, and we do hit a bit of a recession, or whether it be a minor one or a major one, there's one thing you're guaranteed, it's that people are gonna take their money to bet, go to the casinos, try to win big, borrow money to try to win big, and mostly lose it all. And I'm not crazy about the idea of profiting off of other people's misfortunes. But if you play dumb, yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to get rolling on the Limits Express side gig deal that I talked about. So, made some money magically appear today for that, so that's going to happen. And like I said, I'll let you guys, I know there's a lot of concern about it being a pyramid scheme and whatnot, but I'm gonna gamble and give it a shot. And if it turns out to be, all the worst fears, I'll chalk it up to a learning experience. If it works out, then it'll be a good thing. So we will see. Like I said, I'll let you guys know once I sign the contract and get the ball rolling and all that kind of stuff. It'll probably be about a full month or so before everything gets rolling and going on that. So don't expect an update on it for at least a month or so. But yeah, that's what's going on here. I think my shandy gaff is gone. This is a small bowl. If any of you guys are familiar with the gray bows, they do tend to be smaller bowls. It's hot out here. I didn't want to sit out here for a long time and smoke a pipe, so that's that. I'm going to call this one quits. Head inside to the air conditioning because Yes. All right. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.